about the land, tribal status, and many other reasons, poppy cultivation, narco trafficking, then the arms trade, then all these what the government claims the cookies are doing. This conflict is between Meiteis and cookies. It's ethnic conflict. So within this conflict, there is definitely an element of religious conflict. Getting converted to Christians is the fear, maybe the cause of this burning the churches. We cannot say the government was involved in the conflict. At the same time, they did nothing to prevent the conflict. Government should have been a mother or a father saying don't. Meiteis also claiming that their temples are destroyed. It is also true. Some temples are destroyed, yes.
Today, Shekinah News is with Archbishop Emeritus Dominic Lumon, Archbishop Emeritus of Imphal Diocese from the state of Manipur. Your Grace, welcome to Shekinah News. As we all know that Manipur state is going through a great crisis. Especially the Christians in Manipur are facing a great conflict. Your Grace, the present situation in Manipur is somewhat terrible. Okay, can you just share us what is the present situation of Christians in Manipur state?
Yeah. It is almost 12 months, going to be 1 year since the conflict took place on the 3rd of May 2023. Now, comparing to the first days, those earlier months, there is a relatively calm situation now. That is maybe because now the entire nation is gearing for general election. So, important things first, maybe, because relatively calm, we can say.
Okay.
That's how.
Okay, actually, what was the reason behind this conflict? What do you think
the reason could be many. One is that a land issue. Land. The government selected, or government claimed that certain areas had been marked as reserve forest, as a wildlife sanctuary, and other purposes. The people who are affected with this government plan very much were agitated because they are going to be replaced, driven away from those places. Land issue. Second is that Meitei majority who became Hindus more than 300 years ago, and after that they had claimed to be general category of people involved. They are asking for tribal status, ST status, because they live in a land which is very, very limited. So as general category, the law says you cannot infringe into the tribal areas. So demanding from what we call ST status by the Meiteis was perceived by the hill people as a threat to their existence, because they will be swarmed in by Meiteis, we can say. That is the fear that tribals had, that could be another thing. Is then Meiteis live in a 1/10 of the land, but it's absolutely fertile, plain area. Tribals live in, occupy, say, 2/3 of the land. They are only 1/3 of the land, the people, but occupying 2/3 of the land, forest, hill land. Meiteis, who are 2/3 of the population, are occupying only 1/10. So there is a lot of clash of interests about the land and about status, tribal status. Meiteis are asking, and these are the two major things, and many other reasons are there that spurred the conflict. On the day of, say, on 2nd of and 3rd of May 2023, there was a solidarity march in hill districts against tribal status. Meiteis is seeking tribal status. As a reaction, solidarity rally was launched. In the evening of that, the afternoon of that day, 3rd May 2023, at the end of the solidarity, violence erupted in one district headquarters called Churachandpur district headquarters. Other places, rally concluded peacefully. Only in Churachandpur, things flare up. So from then on, the conflict started, where Meiteis lived in a tribal Kuki area. They were driven. They were Kuki, Zo people living in Imphal were driven. So within 36 hours, everything was clear. Ethnic separation was total. So the Nagas who live in the hills and also in the plains were not touched, because the conflict was between Meiteis and Kukis.
Okay. Bishop, Your Grace, you told that land issue was one among the problem. Whether the government was right in its action regarding this land issue?
Now, it is a government asking what you call demarcating certain forest areas as government forests.
Is that a necessity?
That was government for the sake of environment, protection of forests, wildlife sanctuary. The government can apportion, I believe, but each time a legislation must take place, then that must be notification must take place, and people must know. And when people encroach, people settle, then government should act. So not having taken action earlier, but when people settle in those areas for 40, 50 years, to drive them, I feel a bit of a dialogue, discussion, awareness, what you call notification could have been served to the people by the government. That's what I feel.
Okay. If there was a dialogue or a conversation with these people here, the people who live in hilly areas, you believe that there won't be such an issue?
Issue will be there, but not like this, a total conflict. Yeah.
Okay. And you said that, Your Grace, you told that Meiteis are the majority over there.
Majority.
So, is there any history behind this conflict? That is there any problem, any hatred between Meiteis and Kukis? Though this Nagas are not being affected yet, though the conflict raised and it became a critical situation. So, is there any history between regarding the hatred between the Meiteis and Kukis?
Okay, there has never been a conflict of this. There was Nagas and Kukis.
Okay.
We got then there was also Meiteis and Meitei Pangans, Meitei Hindus, Meitei people, and Meitei who embraced Islam. No, there was conflict. Then between the Kuki Zhou people, again there was a short time of conflict among themselves.
Only among themselves.
Meiteis and Meitei Pangans and Meitei Hindus. No,
okay.
then these among the Zhou people, Kuki Zhou people, also there was a conflict, but that was a very short duration. And so the cause, the third cause, I would say, is that Meiteis contend that Kuki Zhou people are migrants from the country of Myanmar. They are coming in year by year, and population increase. Now they are illegal migrants. The Kukis are not accepting that. We are not illegal. We are indigenous people. We are not migrants who just lately come over and inhabit Manipur hills. So they are not migrants. So it is migrants and non-migrants. It's issue one. Then Manipur is together a very border. Manipur is sharing the border with Myanmar. Now Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, these are drug producing countries. Drug passes through Manipur.
Okay.
So in this society blames the Kukis. The government blames the Kukis for drug trafficking, and with the money supporting the Kuki pressure groups, undergrounds. That is what the government claims. And that is the fourth reason of this conflict.
Is there any truth with this claim?
Government proves that there are poppy cultivations are there. Where government has surveyed, and so government says what it does, what it says, it has got truth. That's what government claims.
They have the evidence. Whether they
Evidence. They see the hill areas are some places are definitely poppy cultivation was there. Manipur is the corridor for the drug that is produced in the Golden Triangle.
Okay.
So is passing through Manipur, and in this trade, again the government claims that it is the Kuki Zhou people who are more involved in drug trafficking. Meiteis are not, they belong to the general category. Okay.
Actually, they
are originally, they might have been, but after during independence, they claimed their general category.
They don't want tribal
They don't
status.
want tribal status.
And they
now they
only
want the tribal status. That is the issue. And tribals see that, perceive that these are taking aspiring to get tribal status has many motives. One is jobs and other privileges. Then also as a tribal they can move to other places to buy land and settle. As of now, they are confined to the around 2,000 square kilometers area only. There,
Okay.
very, very limited space.
Okay, if that is the reason, that is, Meiteis, if they get tribal status, they will be getting more privileges.
The privileges will be taken by them. That the tribal fear.
Tribal fear.
The fear. That is the tribals are fearing. They will take all the jobs and privileges, and plus they will start purchasing land and move to the hills.
Okay.
That is what tribals are apprehensive, I would say.
Okay. When this conflict emerged, the Christian churches were targeted, and the Christian churches were destroyed, and no other religious places has been destroyed. Just like while comparing Christian institutions.
Okay.
So, what was the reason why they targeted Christians alone?
Now, Christians, cookies are all Christians.
Okay.
So, my taste, when they chased the evicted cookies, definitely they target everything that belongs to the cookies, Joe people.
Okay.
So, that is it. Now, therefore, we can say this conflict is between Meiteis and cookies. It's ethnic conflict, we can say. The question comes, if it is cookies and Meiteis, conflict is between these, how come some churches which are not belonging to the cookies are destroyed? So within this conflict, there is definitely an element of religious conflict targeting Catholics, Catholic Christians, what we see. Because as a whole, the conflict has taken more than 200 lives, and 60,000 people are both sides cooking. They are homeless. They are still living in the camps.
Refugee camps.
Refugee camps. So now in the valley, in Phal, cookie churches were destroyed. Naga churches are not destroyed.
Yeah.
But Catholic churches are destroyed, burned, razed to the ground. So that is my contention. If it is purely ethnic, no, find out. Not that we want them to destroy each other's property, but why they should target churches that are not belonging to cookies. Meiteis destroying the churches, Catholic two centers. We have got a training center, parish church, then father's house, hostel for boys. In two places are destroyed. Two churches as big as this. Any other more average big church, no. They are raised to the ground. So those two churches, main churches in Imphal, are destroyed. So Naga churches are not destroyed, but two of these are Catholic churches are destroyed, which does not belong to the cookies. So the question is why? That is what we are asking. So definitely there is a Catholic churches that is targeted. At the same time, not all the Catholic churches are targeted. The other churches are mostly in the hills. The hills. And Meiteis are basically Hindus, no, and Hindu and followers of traditional religion. So, and among the Meiteis, there are some Christians. Now, they are not mainly, they belong to different groups of Protestants. So, their churches are also destroyed. But who destroys this? It is not the cookies. It's improbable that cookies who are running away for their lives would go to these Meitei areas and destroy Meitei Christian churches. Who could be? That is the big question again. So again, religious element is there. Ethnic conflict, everything is destroyed, no? So in that sense, it is but we are saying that Meitei churches, Meitei Christian churches are destroyed. Who destroys that? That's the question.
Okay. Anyway, you believe that it is not cookies because they are running away with their life.
So,
okay. So who did it?
Right.
That's the question that you are asking. Okay. What do you think? Who will be behind this Meitei? Who destroyed Meitei churches?
So in the larger context of the nation, where also there is a legitimately one way that government demands, government promotes the main religion. No. One nation, one religion, and one language, sort of aspiration. In this context, definitely people who are followers of the mainland religion, the Hindus, would not like their members to become Christians. So that element is at play, I would say.
Okay. Your Grace, you think that more people from Meiteis are converting to Christianity. Is that the problem?
Out of about maybe 20 lakh people, no? Maybe. What you call, it's a small minority. But the fear that they getting converted to Christians is the fear, may be the cause of this burning the churches. So,
okay. That means they need to eliminate the Christianity from the state.
Discourage and stop.
Converting.
Okay. Now, government says it's purely ethnic.
Okay.
Society says purely ethnic. But we are reading the signs that it is not purely ethnic conflict. Religious element is there. So, so the belief, the statements or positions that is their stance, and government will not say any other what may any statement regarding that. They will always say it's ethnic conflict. They are made to. They are saying even the state, even the country, the government, both in the center and it's ethnic. It's ethnic conflict. We said no. It's ethnic conflict plus religious element is there. We cannot deny ethnic conflict here, but religious element is there. What benefit would be there? In fact, the government should have stopped. Government is the ruler. Government is the father or mother of the communities. So they should prevent, but they could not prevent. Now, even now, no solution is in sight. 12 years, going to be 1 year. Yes. No, nothing, no solution is in sight. But because of the general election coming up, 19 and 23rd in 2 phases will be conducted. people, the conflict situation has come down
Okay.
a little bit. That's all. But it's uneasy calmness. Uneasy calmness.
It is only for
Because Meiteis cannot still go to the Kuki area. Kukis cannot come to Meitei area. And national highways are in control of whoever is able to control, like that. So Kukis control, Nagas, what you call Meiteis also don't allow anything to go into the Kuki area. So that is the situation.
Why Nagas are not yet being
Nagas
disturbed?
are not involved because they are not, I mean, Nagas, how can they simply get involved? No. They protested against Meiteis seeking for tribal status. But it ended peacefully. It's a democratic right to protest what we feel is not right. No.
Yes.
So Nagas have done that. So it ended, the rally ended peacefully. So that's how Nagas are involved. So conflict began from the Kuki Zopi area and Meitei area. No. Who started first, what happened exactly, the sequence of things, but definitely both sides conflict took a sudden turn, and within 36 hours, cleansing was almost complete. Almost complete.
Actually, the situation was very peaceful before.
Manipur is a peaceful country.
Okay.
Definitely, yes. It was
But the conflict emerged sudden, right? So, do you think there is a vector element, that is an element from outside?
The element from outside means, as I said, it element from outside. About a conflict, I don't feel that. It is the government, basically the state government, again that of controlling poppy cultivation, narco traffic. Then the arms trade, then all these what the government claims the Kukis are doing. Then forest area claiming, then Kukis migrants. Now, so we are not migrants. We have settled in Manipur. We have what we call our land. This is hill area is our land. It's not your land. It's not government land. So it's on that issue this has conflict has taken place. So it is one way we cannot say the government was involved in the conflict. We can
You're not having any evidence.
we cannot say at the same time they did nothing to prevent the conflict at the very start itself. Then so very, very ambiguous. Government was ambiguous, not preventing the conflict, but just allowing maybe social elements to do the job. No.
Government was a neutral position, right?
Government, if it were neutral position, Kukis would have, Kukis or Meiteis would not have gone to this extent of total destruction of properties and houses and land. Government should have been a mother or a father saying, don't do like that. But now in the assembly, for example, Manipur has got 60 member seats, assembly. On these 40 are Meiteis then Kukkizo people, then Nagas. So the government is, the people in a way are fighting against the government. The Kukkizo people are fighting against the government itself. And therefore, we don't see government playing neutral role there.
Okay.
We don't see that. We say that they are not neutral and they could have prevented, they did not prevent.
So while talking about this, the situation in Christians, what is the situation of Christians in Manipur right now?
So Christians in Manipur.
Many churches have been destroyed, many houses have been burned, religious institutions have been burned, and I think what is the loss that the church faced in the past 12 months?
Yeah. So we must say again, the churches are Kukki churches, not Nagas. So we cannot blame Meiteis destroying Naga churches. No, they don't destroy. They're only Kukkizo people. Then Kukkizo people also destroy temples. It's a claim that they destroy temples and Meitei churches within their area.
Okay.
But we also get information that Meitei churches in Kukki area are not destroyed.
Just simply claiming that they destroyed temples.
But there are churches standing.
Okay.
We got report that Meitei churches in Churachandpur, which is Kukkizo people, dominated people, are not destroyed.
Okay. That is a simple. Simply, they are claiming that Kukkis have destroyed temples.
So
and
Kukkis destroyed Meitei churches. That what is that? But those churches in Kukki area are standing. Kukki churches in Imphal are destroyed. Then, but Meitei is also claiming that their temples are destroyed. It is also true. Some temples are destroyed. Yes.
Okay. Like that. So, what is the loss? Can you assume the loss?
And then about I think 29, 30 FIR has been served. Filed, registered by different people who lost. We cannot say how many church, what will be the total loss. We don't know. But from our point of view, 2 churches and so many buildings attached to hostel, then father's parish house, parish father's house, the church destroyed in 2 places alone, and plus a few other, and another church down in the far away. So 3 main churches, the one in 2 in Imphal and 1 in Sugunu. The cost is, we have put the cost at 30 crore.
30 crore.
30 crore. Minimum.
That is 3 churches?
3 churches, yeah. 3 churches because school building,
3
father's
churches
house,
and surrounding area.
Surround all the attached buildings.
Okay.
All destroyed. So we are estimating between 30 to 50. But 30 is very, very, very conservative, very, very minimum loss, we could say. Because today, put up any decent building, it is a crore.
Yeah.
Now we have lost 50, 60 buildings. So definitely, we can say 50 crore would be the loss that we have to suffer. Not to speak about other churches, other properties of the Kukkis who are not Catholics. We are speaking only of the Catholic Church being destroyed. Sugunu, the outer parish, that is, yes, that is the catering to the majority Kukijau parish it was. But Imphal 1, Kukijau people are only 6, 7 attending the church now and every Sunday. That's all. It's the church that belongs to all communities. No, all communities. Meiteis, then Kukis, Nagas, different communities, even people from outside the state coming and for business people, they come. So what has been destroyed doesn't belong to the Kukijau people at all, but it belongs to the Catholic Church. Why Catholic Church was targeted? That is a question we are asking here.
Still, it persists as a question mark.
Yes, but that who instigated? What is the purpose of destroying? That is the thing. So social pressure groups are let loose to do whatever they like. The government just looks like allowed things to happen. The situation remains the same with all these months. That the shootings, the killings in peripheries, the border areas, has not taken place as such. But tension remains the same. People cannot move from one place to another. That is a big problem, and we don't see what the government is planning, what solution the government is trying to build. We only hope the best for the government to bring about peaceful solution. That's all. We are just waiting for the government to spell out what is the best and how they are going to do, what they are going to do, how they are going to do. We are waiting for it.
Okay. Yeah. You were the Archbishop that time.
Yeah.
How tensed you were on those times?
Yeah, naturally, among the Kukijau people, a good section of the people also belong to the Catholic Church. And definitely it was, and the center that was meant for them in that one particular parish, they are not there. The whole thing is gone. We cannot even establish a new parish there. I don't think we can even. So that pained me very much. That's different.
The Narendra Modi has not yet been in Manipur after this conflict. Okay, so what do you want to say about that? It was a great conflict, right?
It's a great conflict, and we also waiting for him to say something on this matter. What he is going to do, we are waiting, because Prime Minister of India is for all people he has to. So we are waiting for him to say some, to bring about solution to this conflict. We are waiting. Only a few days back, he had said, a couple of days back, he said, the conflict situation has been, in Manipur is drastically improved through the intervention of the state and central government. But what is the drastic, what is the intervention, how it is done, we don't see clearly.
Your Grace, what do you think? How long it will take that Manipur state to come back to a peaceful situation?
So, I feel, as I said, two parties must be brought together through the know-how, intellectuals, writers, politicians, advisors from both sides sit together thrash out their issues and say that I feel the government will have the best knowledge of how to solve that. But bringing them together, government must stand neutral or just and carry out what the society, these two groups desire to do. So, thank you.
We came to know what had really happened in Manipur from His Grace Archbishop Emeritus Dominic Lumon. Let us pray that Manipur state will again go back to a peaceful situation and a friendly atmosphere in the coming near future. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you for communicating with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless.